Welcome back, everybody. I'm Laura,
And I'm Megan.
and this is another episode of the Express Compress. We know you love it.
Yeah, that's why we keep doing it
Yeah,
for you guys.
it's for you. It's always for you.
um, you know what you missed last week if you didn't tune in? You missed a bunch of fun. That's what you
Yeah,
missed.
you did.
So shame on you. But also go back and watch because we taste tested a bunch of refreshers and drinks from local businesses. And you know what I think the takeaway from that was we are like blessed to have so many great cafes and sweet shops
Agreed.
in this
100%.
area. So
You gotta check them all out.
check them all out. And honestly, I know that like a bunch of them participated very recently in like a
Cafe crawl thing.
cafe
Yep.
crawl. That's what it was called.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would do that like all the time.
That would be so
I
cool.
was busy that weekend and unfortunately missed it.
You're
and
always busy, Megan.
Yeah.
You're like,
There's a lot of
always
things
busy.
going on. Okay.
She's got a lot. She's very popular. Okay.
But I think that we should do that more often. You know.
No, I agree 100%. It was a lot of fun, and I don't think there was a drink that I disliked out of all the ones that we tried.
It was super.
So, if you want to know what drinks we tried,
go back and watch.
Go watch.
Highly recommend them all. There's not a single one we tried that I would not recommend.
Exactly. Unless Megan's forgetting, in which case that'd be crazy if they go back and there's one we're like,
there was some that were not my personal favorite, but that's just because of my personal taste.
That's fair.
They were still delicious.
There you go. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, with that, let's roll into our hot topics here. I did not participate in these as much. I forgot what they were. I'm not gonna lie. I shared them, but
I mean, I never participated in them.
So the first one is
cheating.
Yeah, it's not cheating. Unless you're like making a bunch of fake accounts on Facebook and then like pumping up the numbers, then I'd have a problem. But if it's just you, you're allowed to. We talk about our opinions here anyway, so I feel like
but I feel like that's the thing. You gotta wait till we.
I mean, I guess I'm impatient. I guess, but anyway, our first hot topic of the week was what is the best brand of pickles? I'm a huge pickle fan, so I believe I picked Vlasic for this one. But anyway, Clausen won with 12 votes, followed by Vlasic, very close behind with 10 votes. Grillo's with 9 votes. The top 3 were like neck and neck, truly.
Yeah.
We had Mount Olive with 5 votes, and Sucker Punch and Homemade each got 1. And our lovely returned employee, our Pookie, Michaela, had put whatever is cheapest, but never Van Holten's pickle in a pouch. Which, yeah, I've had the pickle in a pouch, and yeah, I think the plastic just, like, gets in there. They need to be in...
They're pretty gross. I know a lot of people that like them, but...
Yeah, no, I would, honestly, all pickles are good pickles to me. However, I picked Vlasic because they have a good crunch to me, and I like a good crunch.
Okay, yes. So I think Clausen, Vlasic, and Grillo's are the top 3 for various reasons. We always have Clausen in our fridge because I use them the most.
Okay.
Specifically, like the sandwich slices.
Okay.
Vlasic, the crunch of Vlasic is unbeatable. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
The flavor is not my favorite though, but the crunch is great.
Fair enough.
Grillo's is also top tier, and now that they changed their packaging, if you know, you know, because their old packaging was like you tried to pull the thing off and just like got assaulted by pickle juice, and now it's like a twist. So that's nice. Now that they've changed their packaging, it's great. Let me say, I got Mount Olive pickles just very recently. I haven't gotten them in a really long time. Got them because they have the baby dills, and I just I wanted a baby dill. Like I didn't want a big dill. I wanted a baby dill.
Just the baby.
Those things are like sour beyond measure.
Yeah, Mount Olive are. Mount Olive for me, I enjoy them in a nostalgic way because when my family, growing up, my mom's side of the family, over the summer we go to our family cabin, and there was always the ginormous.
Oh yeah.
Like jar of them that we would eat off of, and so I have a bit of a nostalgia thing. It is not my favorite. I don't mind Mount Olive, but
I have regrets in buying them. I feel like I should have just bought regular pickles and like dealt with the fact that they weren't baby dills because they're really, really sour. And I like sour stuff and I love pickles. Pickles are the best thing ever. I don't know if it was like that batch specifically or if it's been so long since I've had Mount Olive pickles, but I was like, what is this?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fair. Also, I don't know what Sucker Punch is.
They're kind of like a specialty brand. They make like a lot of hot.
That explains why Emily picked that.
Pickles. Also, they're pretty like hot garlic, spicy garlic.
Okay, all right.
They're good. My husband really likes those. Also, homemade pickles. You can't beat them. Homemade restaurant pickles. If you're making refrigerator pickles at home, always top tier.
My mom used to make specifically. she would can bread and butter ones, and those were delicious.
I don't think I've ever had homemade bread and butter.
It's delicious. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I always enjoy it. She did dill too, but I don't know. There's something about the bread and butter that was just delicious.
I would try.
And you know what? A sweet gherkin every now and then.
Every once in a while, yeah. You just can't beat it.
You just can't beat it.
That's not my top pick.
Oh, goodness, no.
In general, but if you have a charcuterie platter out and there's some sweet gherkins.
See, for me, it's like growing up, when my cousins would have baby showers or anything, I was eating up those sweet gherkins. That ham salad sandwiches. Oh, I'm getting hungry now.
That's my grandparents always had sweet gherkins and olives, and they put them out like at every meal for some reason. Like that was.
Is that where your love of olives came from?
Oh, absolutely.
That's where it started. I love that.
I had an olive allowance at my grandparents' house.
An olive allowance.
Because olives are expensive.
That's fair.
And they put them out at every meal for some reason, so I wasn't allowed. I was allowed to have 2 a day.
2
This olives? Is also like we're talking 3 to 5 year old Megan, not like older child.
I like the concept of teen Megan being like, now Megan.
No, then I didn't have an allowance anymore. When I was a teen, I could just take the jar, and that's where that came from.
I mean, that's fair. I like the concept though of the 15-year-old Megan, your grandparents going, now Megan, you get your 2 olives. Don't you dare go in there.
Anyway, the next hot topic question was, do you leave the gas in your tank nearly run out, or do you keep it above a quarter of a tank? I'm surprised more of you didn't vote, because I feel like this is a really hot topic among people.
It's true. That's true.
So anyway, above a quarter of a tank got 11 votes. Always on E got 1 vote, and then I'll get it in the morning got 1 vote. I think some of you are lying. That's all.
So, the interesting thing is, for years, I always kept it above a quarter of a tank. And I don't know why, but in, the last year, I am always getting the gaslight for some reason. I pay attention to it. I don't know, because I've always been pro above a quarter of a tank. I'm assuming gas prices are why I'm doing that, because I'm I'll get to it when I get to it. And, even though it's expensive to fill my whole tank all at once, technically and economically, it is better to just fill it once and done rather than constantly refilling it. So that's why
better for your car.
Yeah, that's why I was that's why I do it. Now, if I see cheap gas somewhere and I'm at 3/4 of a tank, you bet I'm filling up that quarter with that cheap gas. But I think for me, I used to always scold people who were oh yeah, let it get to E. Including our ginger friend Bree as well, who always did that. Now her car was different. Missy was a whole different beast when she had that Nissan, that she should never have trusted it. Yeah. But in general, I used to be very anti that. But for some reason in the last year, I don't know why, my gas light turns on before I fill my gas
I think I've been this way my whole life. And I don't plan on changing. And honestly, so my old cars, when I first started driving, and you drive an old car, that was one thing, but then I got the car that I have now, and that tells you how many miles you have until empty. So
it's a dangerous thing for you, isn't it?
Yeah, right now I have 60 miles till empty in my car. I am below a quarter of a tank, and you know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna drive that car until it is flatlined.
Megan, all I'm thinking about is that time you got stuck in construction with 60 miles till empty and had to sit there idling.
I have only run out of gas one time in my entire life.
That is the concern I have, though. You this job has you traveling places.
Correct. I am about to go to Bellefonte and Loganton today. You're gonna 60 miles.
Megan, you're gonna get caught in traffic. You're gonna be calling me up Laura, I'm out of gas.
I will probably be putting gas in my tank today.
I hope so. I mean, I'm getting low too. I'm at a quarter of a tank, and I was I'll get it either tonight or tomorrow. I see it. It's just sometimes I'll acknowledge it, and just between then and when I get to the gas station, the light comes on. With my quarter of a tank, because I feel my gas tank is really sensitive to that. I mean, I have a newer car. My old cars didn't do that as much, so maybe I've been doing this the whole time. It's just that this car is way more sensitive to, as soon as you get under that line, it's hey, little gas light, go take care of that.
I just, also I'll get it in the morning. If it's dusk, even if it's still daylight, but it's getting dark, I'm no.
See, I'm the opposite.
That's a tomorrow problem.
I'm the opposite, because I know I won't the next day, so I will force myself to do it at night, because I'm no, it could be 1 a.m, and I'm still no, I am going to this gas station, because I will wake up and go, I don't want to deal with this, and nope. I don't want to make my brother have to come rescue me. He will not let me give it down, live it down, so I would prefer not. That's the looming presence, I don't want that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my husband...
See, but I feel like you'll just be like, Darren,
He
shut up.
certainly is not happy about the fact that this is how I live my life, but you know what? It's fine.
Marriage, it's what it's about. It's just, you know.
That's the other thing, is that I think that all relationships, that's the, like, you know, they say the olive theory,
Mhm.
like in relationships, one person has to like olives. I think the real thing is one person keeps their gas filled and one person always on E.
I'll have to ask my brother.
That just
I'm gonna
like
do a survey now of couples just to find out if that's true. I think we should do that.
because it's like a rite of passage for somebody to get in somebody else's car and be like, your car's on empty, and the other person being like, okay.
So Darren, on like the first time in your car, you're here, just like it's like, hey, your car is literally on E. It's fine.
So, what's your point?
You're running on fumes, Megan. We'll get where we need to go. That poor man was so stressed.
60 miles. I know what 60 miles
okay,
is.
well, let's be honest here. Over 10 years ago, you didn't know that. And so for poor Darren, after first meeting you, that was stressful for that man. I know it was. I'm so sorry, Darren. That must have been terrible.
It's fine, you know?
Everything worked out in the end. Yeah, I will say I was surprised that people are saying they're keeping it above a quarter.
Yeah, I know more of you are like me.
I know there are more of
you
you out there. Maybe these 11 are true, but I know there's some of you that didn't
Some of
answer.
you didn't vote because you're embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed.
Live your life.
Until you run out of gas and call up somebody. Like today, Megan's just going to be like, Laura, I ran out of gas before
I've
I got to the
only
gas
run out
station."
of gas one time. It will be extremely embarrassing if I run out of gas today after this conversation.
That would be, I'm not going to lie, if you called me and said, Laura, I'm in Belfont and I ran out of gas. I need help.
Oh my God.
That would make me laugh. On to our next hot topic here. We have, do you sleep with a nightlight on or in total darkness? Darkness got 7 votes and was our winner. Nightlight was at 5 votes, and TV on in living room was 3 votes. I don't mind light. I do prefer dark, like pitch black, but I can accept a little bit of low light. That's okay. Like coming through the window or whatever. When I lived in Lock Haven, I lived across the street from the Wise Market parking lot, so I had to accept that there was going to be some amount of light coming into my bedroom. But the TV on in the living room, I can't do noise. I'm too nosy. I want to know what's happening.
I have questions about why the living room specifically.
So, you know, some people like the background noise and they don't like the silence. Because, like, I will say my dad has a bad back and he has his entire life. And so he sleeps on, like, the living room. He goes between, like, the couch and the living room. He's done this since I was, you know, young, and he still does it. He'll go between, like, the couch and his chair, depending on how his back is feeling. And also, to be honest, my mom is kind of a bed hog. I've had to share a bed like in a hotel with her before, and so my dad is so real for that. But he does like the sound, and for the longest time, even though I didn't fully realize it because I was back in my room growing up, I could still kind of hear the TV. When I first moved out of like my house to the new place, and like I didn't do that. It was a weird adjustment. Like I didn't realize how much that was white noise to me. A little bit. From a distance. Like, I could not fall asleep like he did, and still does, in the living room, TV on. Like, absolutely not.
Right.
I have to be really tired. Like, I'll do a couch nap every now and then like that. But
sure.
Not sleeping.
I'm too distracted by it. Like, I'll hear something and then I'll be like, oh, I want to see this.
Yeah.
But my question about the living room specifically is, like, the 3 people who voted for this, I believe Juno was one. So maybe Juno can put an answer up here on the screen. But my question about this is, you're in the bedroom sleeping and the TV is on in the living room. Is the door open, closed? Open, closed.
Juno, just text me your thoughts. I got you. Juno, send me your thoughts.
And, like, is the light coming from under the door, or I have questions. Because there's 3 of you. Like, this is not a one specific thing.
So, I mean, I like I said, for me, I mean, and my sister did this too when my parents, my parents moved into their new house, sold the old house to my sister, whatever. She also realized that she needs the sound a little bit, like, background in the distance, because she has now on her TV, like, YouTube playing of, like, one of those lo-fi hip-hop things.
Okay, so this is a sound and light thing, not just a light thing.
I think it's mostly a sound thing for her. I don't know. She'll text me when she sees this, when it uploads, and tell me for sure. But I'm pretty sure it's more that it's like she likes having that little bit of sound and that proof of like something in that. Like the silence she does not like.
Okay, that's fair.
And see, I used to be that way, but then moving in with my roommate Montana, she loves silence for the most part. And so I kind of just learned to adjust to that, where now if there's noise all the time, it's weird to me.
I like silence. I also can go either way with a nightlight situation. I was a pitch black sleeper until I had a kid, and then like obviously there's a nightlight on in my child's room. So now I'm used to the nightlight.
Okay, so Juno says, technically my TV is in my bedroom, but I didn't want to make a whole different one just for a room change because the light from the TV is needed at this point.
Right.
So he said, I used to do just music, but moving in with Selena, the TV is on for nighttime.
Okay, fair.
So there you go. There's your answer from Juno. We don't necessarily need little Juno unless little cartoon Juno wants to make an appearance and add anything in post. We don't necessarily need that. You know, I am mostly pitch black. I prefer it that way, but I'm okay with a little bit of light. It can't be like a nightlight feels too intense even for me.
No, I have like so my son's nightlight is like a hatch. I don't know if you guys know what a hatch is, but it's like a really low, you can adjust the light situation. Okay. So that's the light that I'm used to. It's very low. It's just enough for me to like make sure he's asleep, see him. But when he's not around and I'm sleeping in pitch blackness, that is like
that's your best sleep.
First, it's great, and then you wake up and you're like, where am I?
Yeah,
you're like alternating between the two things.
So that would be that. Yeah, I was gonna say, because I mean I've slept hard enough that I have definitely woken up and gone, where am I? And it's not just because of pitch black. Sometimes
it's just you're like, that's a good sleep.
Sometimes it was that intense. I've done that on my couch and I'm like, where am I? I'm like, oh right, I'm in my house. Right. But yeah, no, I'm not surprised darkness wins out for the most part, because it is the most peaceful way to sleep, in my opinion. You can have a little bit of light, but yeah.
Next week, our hot topics are going to be, what is the best carnival ride? What is the best carnival game? And what is the best food that you can find at the Clinton County Fair? Ooh. Because you know what next week is?
Clinton County Fair. It actually, technically, when this comes out, it will have started.
Yes.
So
correct. By the time next one comes out, it's the last day, but that's okay, because like you'll have lots of time to decide what your answers to those questions.
Yeah, that's what we just want, your answers. I mean, you'll go to the fair to hunt down what you say is the best fair food and game and everything.
And listen, you better have some good fair food options, because
Megan will judge you.
There's a list, okay?
She already has the list compiled. There are right answers.
There are right answers.
And you will find out what they are next Saturday. So I hope you guys get it right.
Do you have a Dear Annie?
I do. This one's a little bit of a long one. But honestly, the Dear Annies weren't super, like, interesting.
Juicy.
Yeah, they weren't super juicy. This one kind of is.
Okay.
But it's called Faux Pas Cost Me a Friendship. And it says, Dear Annie, recently I had a major social misstep that has essentially pushed one of my best friends out of my life. During the week of my birthday, I had a mid-30s crisis. Megan, can you relate to this part?
No.
No. Oh,
rude.
She's not there yet. Sorry. That's not why I picked this. It said, a string of bad memories from dating and bad luck with women hit me and put me in a very emotionally weakened state of mind. In front of this friend, I was reduced to what felt like a whimpering fool, complaining about my bad luck with dating and women. 2 days later, I was back to my normal self and saw her at my birthday dinner with friends. During the dinner, she was distant from me, which was fine, and I gave her space with the hopes that she would enjoy herself with our friends. At the end of the night, when people started saying their goodbyes, she just said, I need a social detox. And when I heard that, I just said okay and kept my cool in front of our friends as we parted ways. Since that night, over 4 months ago, we have had very limited contact. The only time we spoke on the phone since then was when I called her to wish her a happy birthday. While appreciative, she still wanted a detox. I've seen her with mutual friends, but we have not really spent time together since my social misstep. She did reach out to me after a sports injury, and we did spend time among our group of friends and had a small conversation together, but it still feels like our relationship is strained. It's sad, too, because we used to hang out almost every weekend and would tell each other anything going on. Unfortunately, my saddened mind state during the week of my birthday was very off-putting to her. I know we still care about and value each other, and I want to get our friendship back on track. However, I feel like this is more of a breakup versus friends taking time apart. What should I do? Can this 10-plus year friendship be saved? When I first read this, I thought to myself, okay, but what did you say in that saddened state?
Serious questions. Because number one, if this story is at, like, this is just the story, right? Mm-hmm. Not a good friend. Who cares? Like, if you go to a friend and you're, like, having a saddened emotional meltdown,
Yeah.
and the response that friend offers you is, I don't want to be friends anymore.
Basically.
They're not a friend.
Which is why either this friend is not, even though it's 10 plus year friendship, this friend is just not it.
Or there's so much missing.
Yeah, he or she, don't know the gender of this person, left something
major out.
I feel like. And honestly, my theory right now is, again, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but they said something that made this friend uncomfortable
100%.
about her. Like, 100%. I feel like there was that, like, what is it, the thing, and again, I don't want to assume it's a guy, but, like, this feels like a guy thing to do.
Honestly, my first thought was that the part of the story that is being very left out is that there was a comment made about maybe this person's feelings toward the friend.
Yeah, that's what I'm having this fear that, because I know many of people that have gotten drunk and done that, like that gotten drunk or in a state of mind.
It in a way that they think is not going to be caught,
but it's caught. And especially with, like, women, we're very good at picking up on things. Not me all the time, but, like, most women are pretty good at picking up on cues.
Yeah.
And picking up on vibes. So I'm thinking, and maybe this person doesn't even remember what they said, but clearly she does. Now, granted, I would have a conversation. I'd be like, hey, so, like, what happened? Can you just explain to me? Like, I'm totally fine with you needing this, like, detox or whatever. I get it. Sometimes you need that. But, like, what triggered it? Exactly. Like, I think it's this, but is it actually that? Or, because I feel like there is a layer here that's missing, and instead of asking it, they're just like, oh,
yeah, like, they're just going along with the flow. The other thing is, it's quite possible that these are two unrelated things.
It's true.
Maybe this friend was already having, like, a spiral in their own sense, and then this happened, and they were just like, you know, when you're at capacity, and you're like, you know what, I care about you, but I literally am, like, having my own meltdown.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't have the energy. And instead of saying that, the friend is now doing the social detox because that's what she needs.
Yeah, and that's entirely possible too. I feel like, it's not, I think there are more layers to this, and they need to actually have a conversation about it personally, because I think something else happened.
Something is missing.
Yeah, something's missing in this. It was a lot of words that you said, but they're missing aspects. So Annie's response was, a social misstep is not enough to end a 10-year friendship. True. In fact, that is exactly what friends are for, to help each other when we are at our lowest, or, as you say, in our emotionally weakened state of mind. It sounds like there's something more going on here. Yes, Annie, you are correct. Could there be other points of tension in your relationship to this woman? Is this a pattern of behavior for you? I would do some self-reflection and then clearly, concisely tell her exactly what you told me in this letter, that you value your friendship and hope to get it back on track. Yep.
Yeah.
Communication.
Also, the other thing about is this a pattern? Like, has this happened 1,001 times, and then, like, this friend is offering you advice that you're not taking?
Yeah, because that irritates me when somebody does that.
Yeah, at some point you gotta stop making it.
At some point you do gotta break that cycle. I've been there. I've seen it. But, like, as somebody with, like, it's funny, like, their perspective is, oh, maybe I was overly emotional or whatever to this friend. My bestie does not do well with emotions, okay? And she's very vocal about that. However, she's not gonna just, like, say, after I'm emotional, I need to not be around you.
Sorry that you're going through it. I'm gonna make it worse.
She's gonna be awkward about it. She's not gonna fully know what to. She will recommend I go talk to other people.
Right.
But she's not gonna social detox from me.
Yeah.
If I have a rough, like, night and suddenly vent to her. Like, there is more here.
They've been friends for 10 years. Like, I can see this maybe happening if it's, like, a new friend, like, under a year.
But 10
years? You don't know how they feel about emotions. 10 years, you've been through some stuff together. So, like...
I was gonna say, that's speaking from a 15 year friendship. There's more. I would really love for this person to write back and explain more.
Please.
Please update us. If you happen to be watching the Express Compressed, I would really appreciate if you would update us. Please. I need to know. So yeah, that's my Dear Annie for the week.
It's a good one.
All right, let's get into the news that you should know about this week.
Mill Hall Borough Council has delayed opening bids for its ongoing pool renovations. The decision was made after former Mayor Tom Bossert said he'd spoken with Congressman Glenn Thompson about potential funding to fill the $1.2 million gap needed to make the renovations possible. Bossert said Thompson referenced recreational funding opportunities that may be available, giving council reason to wait before making a final decision. It will hold a special meeting on Tuesday, August 4th, to consider the bids.
Center County officials are continuing to evaluate a sinkhole which opened up near its correctional facility early last week. Chief Administrator John Franek told the county's Board of Commissioners this week that a consultant engineer is working with officials for the overall evaluation of the sinkhole, which formed on July 21st near the entryway to the prison. Franek said this initial finding indicates a portion of the road, which leads into the correctional facility, will likely be lost during the exploratory phase. He noted it hadn't appeared to have grown in size since initially opening. However, the county is working as quickly as possible to get the sinkhole taken care of.
Flemington Borough Council unanimously granted conditional approval for both the subdivision and land development plans associated with the proposed Flemington Manor senior housing expansion. The project would add a new 46-unit senior housing building adjacent to the existing Susquehannock Heights complex. The Clinton County Planning Commission previously recommended conditional approval subject to several outstanding engineering and permitting requirements.
You got there. Commonwealth University Lock Haven student Sarah Hallberg was among roughly 120 students nationwide selectively chosen by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, for a highly competitive Ernest F. Hollings undergraduate scholarship, earning up to $9,500 per year for 2 years of undergraduate study, a paid 10-week summer internship at a NOAA facility, and the chance to present her research at a national symposium in Silver Springs, Maryland. Hallberg said the scholarship will provide both financial support and professional momentum as she continues her studies.
And now, Laura has more news stories that you should know in 60 seconds or less.
Millbrook to showcase honor supporters at first ever Ovation Gala August 29th. Coalition calling for a healthcare cost freeze in PA as insurers request rate increases. 21 young ladies vie for crowns in princess contest at county fair. Center County highlights emergency housing initiative. Mount Nittany workers continue strike. Renovo community shows support for Kishball family at annual festival. Lana Khanna sworn in as interim superintendent.
To read about these news stories and more, you can find them on our website, lockhaven.com, or you can pick up a paper anywhere that you can find papers. But if you don't know where to find them, you can always find them right on here.
Right
and
here.
Say hi.
Yeah, say hi to us.
We like that.
Michaela loves chit-chatting with people.
Michaela is right inside the door, so
if
you miss her, you can just stop on in and get a paper.
Just stand outside and stare at her through the front window. I'll do it. I love it. Welcome back, everybody, and also welcome back Carol and Steve from the Clinton County Arts Council. I'm sure you guys, our loyal listeners and viewers, may recall last year around this time that they had stopped in because it's that time of year again. It's LH Jams. Mm-hmm. We're, a week away? By the time this is recorded, it'll be a week away from the festival itself. And I'm sure you guys are very busy. So thank you for taking time out of your schedule here to come talk about jams with us.
You can see how busy we were. We weren't even laughing.
It's in your head. You're still thinking about things and planning it out. So it's 3 days. Why don't we start from the beginning and, go through take me through the 3 days as if I have no idea what this is about.
Sure. Well, I'll take the first one.
Go for it.
It's really important for the community to actually support Rocking the Red Barn, which is down in 1900 Red Barn on the Ellen Route, and we're going to have James Supra, who will be in from Eastern Pennsylvania. He's played the festival one other time. He's fantastic. Does a lot of really cool stuff. Anything from Marshall Tucker Band to War, Jethro Tull, Stevie Ray Vaughan, you name it. Mm-hmm. So that'll be a good time. But it's also our fundraiser for the Jeff Gummo CCAC Scholarship for the Arts. Mm-hmm. We actually gave away 2 scholarships last year and hope to do that every year now. We just need to have people support it.
Absolutely, of course.
And we'll have Straw Brewery there and Oregon Hill Winery as a cash bar, and Shope's Charcuterie will be there. That'll be included with your ticket.
Very nice. Very good. Now, where can people get tickets if they're interested?
You can get those online. There's a Zeffy link on our website at lhjams.org, or you can get them at Schlesinger Communication for paper tickets.
Right downtown. Very easy, guys. If you just happen to be through downtown, just stop at Schlesinger Communications. It's a great program, and I do think sometimes people forget it's a fundraiser, so it's always nice to remind everybody that it's helping out kids. I mean, giving out 2 scholarships. It's to Central Mountain High School students, right, or something?
Actually, it's any school in the footprint of Clinton County.
Very nice. Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Awesome. So we've got that. when does that start? What's the timeline for that?
6 o'clock
Mhm.
Thursday night. The doors will open. Music will start at 7. But yeah, get there early. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Grab a seat.
It's a super venue. I mean, if
Mhm.
you haven't been to the Red Barn before, it's out, on the island, and there's this like sea of tall corn
Yeah.
right now, and the barn is there, and the mountain is in the background, and it's just a beautiful setting. It's like relaxed, and you open, last year they opened the doors real wide, and it was like nice and cool, even though it was hot all day.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful night, so don't be afraid.
Don't
But-
be afraid of that.
But I think that's another thing. People were a little concerned about maybe the temperature in the barn. We have fans coming in. We have not just human fans, but
Yeah, you
but
thought
actual
of,
fans.
everything. Yeah.
So it's fantastic. I mean, there's tables and it's open seating, but yeah, it was actually cool in there last year, and that was a hot summer. So
Very nice. Okay, so don't need to worry about temperature, guys. They've got you. They've thought about it.
got you.
And I mean, you got to get early because you got to get your drink and you got to get your soup charcuterie because they do an excellent job and settle in for a really great night of music. All right, so we covered day 1. Day 2, what do we have? It's the block party, and I know a lot of people look forward to that one because Velveeta is coming back. Correct?
Well, Friday night you can't have jams without Velveeta.
Hey, that's
it's like
yeah.
like I don't know, jams and cheese. It's like a
Yeah.
whole new sandwich. But
I like that. I like that.
anyway, so yeah, but we always start out with a opening band,
Mhm.
and this year it's going to be Ted McCloskey and the Hi-Fi's,
Nice.
which are also from State College, but they have music they write on their own.
Ooh, okay.
They're very good regular, rock band. They
Mhm.
do covers of things too, but you have a little insight on those guys?
Yeah, I think Ted's somebody that we've been trying to get here for a number of years.
Mhm.
We had him scheduled a few years ago. Then he had an illness, and he had to cancel. So we're excited to actually
Yeah.
get him back this year. He's amazing. He's been around the State College area for many years, and just as popular and famous as Velveeta, which is something.
Yeah, that does say something because I mean, this is what Velveeta's 4th year, I think, for the block
We've
party.
lost track, but
Yeah.
they're like a standard. Like you can't
Mhm.
have the block party without Velveeta.
They are very good. I mean,
Yeah,
I've been there a few times, and I mean, it's a really great atmosphere downtown. I will say that just the crowds of people at the stage,
Yeah.
the street being closed and everything, and Straub, of course, and Oregon Hill are there, and then you have the great restaurants downtown as well that you can either sit. Some have outdoor dining, and if they don't, I mean, you can still have dinner and then go see a show, a great concert.
Yeah, I mean,
Can't beat it.
it's the block party. We've purposely divided jams into different segments to offer different things to different target groups. And the great thing about the block party is that it allows us to open up the festival to more popular music of today, and even old time favorites and stuff. But we're excited because the canoe and kayak races are going to be over in Woodward Township. So those folks will come over, and they'll be able to come in, and all of a sudden you hear all these covers of music and songs and stuff from the past, and everybody's up dancing, as you mentioned. It's just a great time. So,
Yeah, it is absolutely, and it's free, mind you, too.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Friday
Yeah.
night. And I mean, with the canoe and kayak races, it's pretty cool because this is a national race.
Yep.
And they bid for them to come. So there's other places they can go. But this year, particularly this group of years, they said, "Oh, Lock Haven, are they going to have that festival the same time as our race? We'll come there."
I did hear it was very popular this time.
How
Yeah,
cool is that?
that is super cool.
This national race wants to come here not only because the river is so amazing, but because we have a festival. Because they end, the morning.
Oh yeah, it's about noon, 1 o'clock that they're over, and then they
So,
have all that time to kill.
They
So
need something to do, and we have the perfect choice
exactly
for them and for you, all of you.
everybody. It's perfect for everyone, and you might meet some really cool people because I know it is a national event, but I think internationally, I mean, I believe when I talked to the organizer, there's at least one guy from Australia. And usually there's a swath of them that come from Canada and everything. So you might meet some really cool people that you've never interacted with on top of that, which would be very neat.
I didn't even know there was somebody from Australia.
I believe. You shouldn't
Them
quote me,
down.
but I think there is at least one guy who comes up from Australia. I believe Deb Glover has said before in the past, and I think he signed up again this year, so hopefully he can make it.
We'll look for somebody like Crocodile Dundee
Yes.
that calls out every woman Sheila.
Yeah. You gotta look for that person. He might have a kangaroo. We don't know. We should probably not stereotype the Australian too bad. But you guys should definitely turn out. Now, when does the block party start?
I have it right here on my cheat sheet.
There you go.
Friday, 6 p.m. is when Ted McCloskey and the hi-fi start, and they go till
Okay.
7:30, and then Velveeta will start 7:30, and they go all through 10:30.
Very nice.
So,
3
the
hours.
street will be jumping, and it usually is, and it's.
Mhm.
I mean, people are dancing, and it's family friendly.
Mhm.
So feel free to come out and spend the entire evening.
Yeah,
It's
bring the
gonna be great.
kids, bring everyone, and
Yeah.
hang out.
I have a great video from last year of a little boy that was maybe 2
Mm-hmm.
at the front of the stage, and we had the stilt walkers up there, and they were dancing around and stuff, and he was lifting his legs up the stilt walker, and the hand down to the little kid, and he was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
How much better does that? Does it get
That
than
is really fun.
Yeah.
That is true. I forgot about the stilt walkers. I can't believe I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Now,
well,
for that evening, will there be any type of extra entertainment like that, like making their way around again, or is that just for Saturday?
No. We actually have all of them coming in Friday night. Last year we just had 2, but we're going to have 3 of them in this year.
Very cool.
and some of the vendors are
Mhm.
coming, not the full pack,
Yeah, of
but a
course.
few of them will be there, and the food trucks, and we have some new food trucks
Very
out,
cool.
so we'll have other choices.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
I love
So we
that.
have a mini pancake person,
A mini pan.
mini flips,
Mini
and
flips.
geared up grill, so there will
Mhm.
be some grilled things, and the blacksmith is coming.
Yes.
Oh, the
So
I do remember the
Seth Green.
blacksmith. Yeah.
So he's coming and he will do demos and explain stuff to people. And I think that's one of the coolest things is
Mhm.
for our festival. It's not just selling art.
Mhm.
There are people out there specifically walking around
Mhm.
with the purpose of showing you and teaching you what they do. So there are
Absolutely.
plein air painters that are out on the street,
Mhm.
and we have some other folks, carving and doing stuff. So it's really cool.
Yeah, Jeff
Great.
Donahue is going to be here this year too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
He's bringing some things in, so that'll be neat. But we have a number of new art and craft vendors that'll be here. So we keep on expanding it.
Mhm.
This year, I think we're pretty much clear up to Vesper Street. So
I believe so. Yeah, I saw the map, and it looked like you guys have pretty much covered all the bases there. Because there's, I believe, we're switching gears to Saturday here a little bit. For those who, I mean, we know what we're talking about, but for those listening,
Sorry.
no, it's
we
okay.
might.
Those they might, but we're talking about Saturday's festival where it kind of culminates everything all in one: music, art, food, everything. I saw there was a car show, I believe you have this year, right, on
There is.
Vesper?
There is. Yeah, we arranged the folks that brought it in last year, and I
Mhm.
mean it's going to be amazing. So we said we wanted to expand it. From
Absolutely.
last year, we were just kind of sticking our toe, I guess, in the water
Yeah,
to see
absolutely.
what we could do. But this year, it's going to be a lot bigger.
Mhm.
So that's going to be fantastic. And as I said, we have the blacksmith up that way. We also have the Jeff Donahue that have the
Mhm.
wood carving. But then we have other vendors up that way too.
Mhm.
That'll fill up that street and make it a lot more interesting for the businesses are up
Yeah.
the block and stuff. So there's some activity going on there. And the one thing that we're really excited about this year, and we again toyed with it a little bit last year
Yeah.
with the accordion player, but this year we have, I believe there's 6, right? Strolling minstrels.
I
Very
actually
cool.
have not counted.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
count them right
But-
now.
But there'll be a third stage up
Very
in the
nice,
city
yeah.
parking lot, which we call the quiet side stage. So it's more, I wouldn't say acoustic because they do have microphones, but it's not a loud type of.
If you want something a little bit, maybe you need like a break from the
Yeah.
how loud the bigger stages can be, and you
Right.
kind of want to decompress a little bit. It's a
Yeah,
space
it's a
to
little
kind of hang out.
softer
Yeah.
sound, and it is tucked back in there, so it shouldn't disturb what the other things are doing.
Sure, it's in the East Main Street parking lot, right?
Yeah.
the one
Okay.
by the church.
Yep.
And that whole area, it's it's new. So,
Mhm.
you know, even the Exchange, which is
Yeah.
a new restaurant bar
Yeah.
on that street, they're going to come out into the street too.
Very cool.
We can talk to them. And then Steve was talking about the Strolling Minstrels. Not only will they be on the Quiet Side stage, and there's a whole schedule we have for them, but they will be strolling into restaurants that are open.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And we've already talked to them, so they won't be shocked.
They won't be shocked when people just sew in and start performing.
Yeah, suddenly there's
That's
two
a-
Yeah.
people playing violin and guitar.
Yeah.
But it's great. And Carl Leitzel, who was one of our plein air painters for years, he's one of our lead painters from Milheim. He's done, you know, you've seen him out there on the street,
yeah.
and he's sold, you know, paintings of all the buildings and things. And he does a great job. He also plays different instruments. So he was our person who put together the Strolling Minstrels.
Very cool.
And he's their leader and made up the schedule and, you know, is running the stage, and we'll be out there with everybody else playing in the restaurants as well as painting. So
He's doing it all this year, I guess.
And actually, another one of our plein air painters, Beth England, she plays fiddle. So she's going to paint, and then she's going to fiddle. And then
These
she'll
people
paint,
are
and then she'll fiddle.
multi-talented.
I was gonna say multi-talented here. You're gonna see them in so many different ways. That I'm excited for that because I've seen their work with the paintings, and it's very neat. But I'm interested to. I think I've heard Carl perform a little bit. I don't know what instrument because I know he performs with a lot of instruments.
Yeah.
It was some type of string instrument. That's all I know for sure.
Yeah,
But-
he has a number of them. He paints them too. and
Yes, I've
sells
seen
them.
those,
He
yeah.
does decorative painting on and so, I think one's called an ouds, and it's
Ooh,
like from
interesting.
somewhere in the middle. I don't know my musical geography.
Yeah.
But I think it's a Middle Eastern somewhere in there.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's very cool.
Yeah.
No, that's exciting to kind of. It's interesting to see how the festival continues to expand and adjust and change in different ways to kind of offer, like you said, something for everyone.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and I mean, so when does the festival? I know music starts at noon that day. The festival itself that opens a little bit earlier, right? Or am I thinking wrong?
No, you're right.
You're
I am right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it opens at 10 a.m.
Okay.
on Saturday, so vendors will be open. We'll be busy setting everybody up.
Mhm.
Some folks will come in Friday, but
Yeah.
then the rest of them will come in Saturday. But everybody's open for business at 10 a.m.
Mhm.
And yeah, music starts at noon. And, you know, we're always excited to have the Jazz Cats
I
from
was gonna
Central
say, yeah.
Mountain kick that off.
We made it an annual tradition.
I love it. I
Yeah.
mean, every year I've seen them, they do wonderful work.
And for those who don't know, this is the high school's jazz ensemble,
Mhm.
and the teacher that has them brings them out, and they get to perform. They don't have a venue necessarily that they can do this all the time, and we've seen them grow and develop and get better every year, and it's really cool to have them kick it off. They're excited, and it's wonderful.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll kind of tie into what we're doing at the Arts Council.
Mhm.
Not only we spoke a little bit about the scholarships, but education is something that we put a big push on at the CCAC. It's probably been at least 5 years ago that we amped up everything. And, you know, we just finished doing, or this week we'll finish doing our 6th camp this summer. And it's amazing to see that work. Well, you know, this ties into it too, because you have the kids from Central Mountain that they don't have this type of stage or this type of, I guess, performance area to be able to showcase their talent.
Yeah.
And you know, it's important for the CCAC and LH Jams to be that that venue, that
Sure.
that place,
That connector between them and maybe the public that they wouldn't necessarily get to perform for.
And we have another segue that just happened organically, but we've been doing Shutterflies, which is one of our
Right.
camps. It's digital photo camp, and we've had it for years. So some of the students that were in there were young when they came, but now they're grown or
Sure.
close to grown.
Mhm.
So they are helping with Jams Festival. They're shooting. So
That's
they're going to be
cool.
some of the shooters will be our students. And that's just amazing. So it's that, you know, that circle that comes around. and
Absolutely.
connects. And,
Yeah.
and we're so proud that they can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exciting. So, I mean, if you see a kid with a camera out and about, make sure you pose for them. Make it easy for them.
Exactly.
So, circling back to the music, do you want to talk a little bit about the music? What people can expect? If there's any specific bands that you're really excited for, or
I have the big list.
you do have the big list.
All right.
Might as well we'll show it to the people.
I feel like Steve probably just has them in his head.
He does. Well, you know what? It's crazy because there's so many bands,
Mhm.
and you keep adjusting things,
Sure.
schedule wise and whatever. So after we've done it like 15 times throughout the entire year, which we work on the, you do need
You do
few
need the
notes
list. Yeah, you
to
need notes. I
remember.
absolutely understand that 100%.
So after Jazz Cats is Baby Soda, and
Baby soda.
this is our jazz band that's a Prohibition era swing band.
Okay.
And they have some, like the stand-up bass is like a box with some string,
Ooh,
I
okay.
mean, it's authentic, cool stuff. You have to don't say I don't like jazz.
Just give it a shot
just
anyway.
Pop in
Yeah.
and see it, and then you can hang out and hear something that you love, and you'll end up loving everything. I guarantee it. We have people say that all the time, but they're out of Brooklyn, right?
That's it.
So you talk.
Yeah, no, yeah. Peter Ford heads the Baby Soda up, and it's somebody that we were excited to actually get here because again, Jams was the foundation of it was a jazz foundation when we first started. We were always going to transition into where we are now, but there'll always be an element of jazz, and we're excited to get serious jazz bands here every year to be able to do that. Last year. We had Zapote out of Brooklyn that did the Latin stuff. Well, this year, as Carol mentioned, is Prohibition style. So it'll be fun. Bring your Roaring 20s outfits and
There
stuff.
you go.
And,
Practice your Charleston.
Practice the Charleston, guys. I'm not going to practice mine, I'll be honest with you. It'll be what it'll be.
She's just good at it all the time, right?
Yeah, of course. I just Charleston. You can ask anybody here at the office. I just Charleston sometimes, of course.
Break into it.
Of course, yeah. Sometimes you just have to. So we have Baby Soda. Who else do we have?
Well, after Baby Soda is the Unstoppable Hack Beats.
Okay.
And they did perform here a number of years ago. They're out of New Jersey, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And they're just this amazing, energized cover band, that they'll do anything cool.
Okay.
I think last time they came, they did a lot of reggae things, a lot of 80s stuff, but they have a set list that's amazing, a vocalist who's just, jumping on the stage and, having a great time. They always have an outstanding band with saxophone and whatever, but they're very cool.
Very
so
nice.
they're back.
And we have, and the one that Carol actually found them online, and it was great. And oh, sorry for the crickets. But they're out of Fishtown in Philly,
Okay.
and they do this funk soul type of music that a lot of it's their own stuff that they've written. They're young guys, young girls. I don't know if I'm looking through it. I don't know if there's anybody that's much older than 30.
Okay.
So the singer has this, Ty has this big voice, and we're excited to get them here. They play a lot of big concerts and festivals during the year, so we felt that it was pretty exciting to be able to get involved.
And we're really proud of finding these bands that write their own music. I mean, we have a lot of people that do tribute stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cover bands. And some of the bands that write their own music, they'll throw in covers just to keep you
Yeah, absolutely.
calm,
Yeah, of course.
comfortable.
Just so it's something familiar. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll give you something that you can sing along to if you need.
Right. But some of the stuff that they're writing is like, you'll be singing along with that
Absolutely.
someday because they develop and they're great. These young bands are amazing. And I actually got you out of order.
Right.
Yeah. So,
I got you back on
I'm
order.
sorry. I know. I did the big chart, but I read the wrong part.
If you guys need to, I mean, you can look at the list at lhjams.org as well of them. So even if we get out of order, that's okay. You can still see, you can see them in order.
Yes.
No, it's very easy because if you look at the tabs for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it lists everything in order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Actually, I had them by stage. That's why they're not.
That's what it is, because there are two stages, Main and Grove Street, and then you also have the Susquehanna Events Center stage, which is on their front patio.
And the quiet side.
And the quiet side stage. You
So
have the
there's-
quiet side as well, down on East Main Street.
So there's not a minute in downtown Lock Haven on Main Street without music.
From noon
On
till what, about 10:30,
10:30.
11? Yeah.
Yes.
Noon to 10:30.
Yep. And, bring your chair, Do not bring your cooler.
Yeah, that's don't do
because
that.
because it's a closed perimeter. So you can buy all kinds of things. We have some great vendors coming in. Pearls is going to do some special,
Very nice.
little
We love
cool
pearls.
drinks and stuff. They have wonderful stuff. You can get anything anywhere. So
There's a lot
free.
of great local businesses
Yes.
and the food trucks that are also, I would imagine, locally owned as well, or at least small businesses that you can support.
Yes,
We're
very
big fans of
very
that.
close by, if not right around. Let's talk about. Well, would you want to finish music?
I was gonna say, I mean, we can, if we want to leave them wanting more, we could kind of just sprinkle a few of the bands in there, and then if they want to hear about more, they can visit the website or just come to the festival on August 8th if you want 9th.
Well, we
8th.
can zip through too because we're halfway through anyway.
All right,
Because you know what, you definitely want to talk about Diana Jacobs.
Yeah, Diane Jacobs is from upstate New York and somebody that we've had signed for about 2 years.
Oh wow! All right.
Hard to get.
She comes in and there'll be a 10-piece band, backup singers, horns and stuff. And most festivals, this would be a closing act. It's not.
That's not the closer.
This is one before the closer, and but she is part of the Dancing in the Street. The last two bands, we sort of bill that as the Dancing in the Street party.
Of course.
And Diane's fantastic. She does like the Gnarls Barkley crazy stuff. She
has
does
that power voice.
She does Ball and Chain, made famous by Janis Joplin and Etta James. It's going to be fantastic, and she'll be on Grove Street so little.
Very nice. All right.
Yeah,
Now, what
is
is
chills.
You say about the bands? So we have Diana. Who are the other ones that are the considered the dancing in the street? What do we have here?
The final band. When we close it out and everybody is dancing in the streets.
Of
And that's a requirement. No, well, you don't have to, but
it's encouraged.
we encourage it. It's Epic Soul.
Okay.
And they have an amazing set list.
Yeah, I mean. They
also are a huge band.
Okay.
So they have this amazing horn section, and what do they have, like 10?
Yeah, it's
people?
another 10-piece band. Again, I keep on saying the same thing, and people might not believe me, but it's got this amazing horn section, big horn stuff. They do anything from some of the early. Well, they actually their set list spans 6 decades. So, so they'll tell you they'll do modern stuff, they'll do 60s stuff, they'll do disco, they'll do everything. And to be quite honest with you, I didn't think that we would be able to get them.
Okay.
It was one of those things where we were talking in the studio and said, we'll give them a shot and see, that they probably won't want to.
Here they're coming.
They'll be too expensive, or they're booked or whatever. And they were excited to come when they saw the website, and that's the cool thing about a lot of these bands. They really like to come to a place like Lock Haven.
Yeah.
Because
it's a cool place.
Yeah, it's not only is it cool, but it's different from their normal routine of traffic in the city and all the crazy stuff. So.
And I think they're surprisingly charmed by the city. Every band that has come here from a bigger city says, "I want to move here." Obviously they haven't yet.
They haven't yet.
But to say that means that they're having a great time. And I think that's, as the Clinton County Arts Council, not only are we promoting education and good entertainment, but it's really important to us for the public to have a great time, for the musicians to have a great time, because when you're a performer, it's the energy you get from the crowd. So I think that's why Jams always has such great performances, because our crowd is a really energetic, appreciative crowd, and the bands love it, and they want to hang. They stay. They don't go away unless they have a gig they have to get to, but they'll stay and hang out and meet other band people, and it's a very. I always call LH Jams is like our living room. It's like our arts living room. You just can sit down and talk and be comfortable, and you don't have to feel like it's a stuffy concert. You don't have to dance. You don't have to be a certain way. You can just come and be yourself and just soak in all the good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I also, the spin off of that, I mean, we purposely do that in a way. I mean, the street and the way we set things up to make it, it's packed, it's crowded, it's you have a neighbor right next to you, and that's the cool thing about it. It's not sterile like a lot of concert venues go to, that they have this big arena and there's 100,000 people there, but they're all sitting apart and nobody
Yeah,
knows anything
yeah.
about it. This, you're right there, and the bands get excited about
Mm-hmm.
that. That's why they come in, and a lot of times use those remote microphones,
Mhm.
and they come down into the audience and
Mm-hmm.
and you know, and play, and it's it's just one of those cool things that we purposely do. And part of what we do is to make sure that we do book rooms. Not only does it help
Mm-hmm.
downtown businesses and everything that we do on Main Street and throughout the community,
Mm-hmm.
basically, but there's that excitement and there's that spontaneity, I guess you would maybe call it, from
Mhm.
having those musicians
Mm-hmm.
stay and then listen to the other performances.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've enjoyed every year that I've been. This year I have to work on the weekend though, so I will not be there at the start, but I'll be there at the end.
Oh,
That's
good.
fine.
Okay.
Don't worry.
We
I'll
can't
still
have
circle.
it without you.
I'll circle back in. Don't worry. Don't worry. I have to be there. I will.
Okay.
So we talked about the music. I think we probably should wrap up here soon. I think
Okay.
we've
We
gone
can talk
in
all
depth.
day.
I'm
You know that.
I'm sure, and I could too. I could listen to you guys all day. But to recap for you guys, Rockin' the Red Barn. If you're interested in a really cool band and also helping an awesome cause, which is music education, the arts, supporting kids that are interested in the arts and whatever facet that is, get your tickets. Susquehanna Event, no, not Susquehanna Event Center. Schlesinger Communications is where you can buy them. They're one and the same, so I
Yep.
get a little confused.
Yep.
But you can buy paper tickets at Schlesinger Communications, or if you go to lhjams.org, you're also able to purchase them digitally as well. And you get food, you get drinks, you get good music at the Red Barn. And if you haven't been to the Red Barn, my brother got married there. I can tell you it's very pretty there. So, without a doubt. And also, lhjams.org in general is a great hub of information for
Yep.
anything you might want to know about the lineup, when things are happening, where. It's pretty
Videos.
fun.
You
Videos.
can listen in to every single one of those bands we mentioned.
There you go. And you can get a little bit of a teaser. Unless you want to go in blind. I personally like to go in blind. But if you
will
want to-
not be disappointed.
There you
Just
go.
come in with an open mind and open heart, and you'll leave with an amazing feeling, and you just vibrate. You're just full of energy.
I had a visitor that they travel in from out of state every
Mhm.
year, and you kind of how you kind of recognize people, and they recognize us, and they were coming and talking, and he said something pretty much what you just said, Laura. That I really don't look at the bands because I know the bands you guys bring in are going to be great.
Yeah.
So,
There you go. I mean, if you want to kind of know what times, if there's ones you're super interested in, but I mean, starting with Rockin' the Red Barn, and then you have the block party with Velveeta. If you're a big fan of Velveeta, then you want to get down here on Main Street that Friday, and then Saturday everything just kicks up a notch with the vendors. You have food, you have the arts, you have music, you have just anything and everything. A car show. You've got everything you could possibly want all in downtown Lock Haven. So you guys should check it out.
yeah,
And
well,
more vendors, more brand new vendors. We
Mhm.
have semi-precious stone beading artist. We
Mhm.
have Josh Grimes is bringing his honey.
Very nice.
We have a felting artist. We have a duck carver. We have,
Mhm.
all kinds of unique things besides the usual things that you would want to get. So,
Twisted Whisk is going to be here.
yeah, Twisted
There
Whisk.
you go.
Mama's is going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Kogan's Shaved Ice is going to be here. So again, we definitely support local food
Mhm.
trucks, but also we maintain that to a degree
Mhm.
to not overexpose that because
Absolutely.
we do want the restaurants
Oh yeah.
to have the seats out and to be able to be serving drinks and food late until the night.
Yeah, so Stella's will have cafe seating. Old Corner
Mhm.
will have cafe seating. The Exchange will. Main Street might, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of places to be out in the street. You get a prime seat and you just are
Dinner and a
surrounded
show.
by. Yeah, really. Music.
I think even Jumanji's might have.
Oh yeah, Jammin.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
So there's going to be just all kinds of outdoor seating for you guys. So definitely check it out. And thank you guys for coming on and talking with us about all this. I'm sure we'll do it again next year. And I can't wait to hear about I'm sure you're already cooking up next year's. I have no doubt.
We have something on the burner all the
We
time.
have about 3 of them booked already.
So there you go. So I can't wait to hear what you have next year. But we got to enjoy this
Yes.
first, and then we'll get to next year. So thank you guys so much for coming
Okay,
on.
and good
Thanks for
weather.
having us.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Fingers
Thank
crossed, good
you.
weather.
Come out.
Now it is time for your events for this upcoming week.
On Saturday, August 1st, Pathway to Christ Church's yard and bake sale will be from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the church, which is located at 502 McElhatton Drive. The 2026 Wings Over Piper RC model plane Fun Fly will be held at the William T. Piper Memorial Airport from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Snowshoe Fire Company's gun raffle will be from noon to 5 p.m. at 310 East Sycamore Street, Snowshoe. And the Clinton County Fair starts and runs through August 8th. Today's lineup, or Saturday's lineup, includes the Fair Queen crowning at the main stage beginning at 3 p.m., Fishers of Men at the auxiliary stage at 7 p.m. for a sing-along, a car and truck show from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., a chili cook-off contest at 3:30 p.m., and the exhibit buildings are open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
On Sunday, August 2nd, Lock Haven's free summer concert series will feature South Penn Dixie performing on the floating stage from 7 to 9:30. Clinton County Fair will run through August 8th. The lineup for Sunday. It includes the Princess Contest beginning at 10:30 a.m. Husband and wife duo The Gavlocks of 2 a.m. will perform at 7:30 p.m. And Lamar Lighthouse Campground Summer Concert Series featuring the Millers will be at 6 p.m. And that is a free concert with love offering taken.
On Monday, August 3rd, a drawing class will be held at the Friendship Community Center in Beech Creek. The class is free for those ages 12 and older and runs from 4:30 to 6 p.m. The Dunstown Fire Company offers a cash bingo every Monday night at the fire station at 119 Woodward Avenue, and bingo starts at 6 p.m. with all proceeds to help support the fire company's needs. And the Clinton County Fair will be up and running again, and Monday's lineup includes an Elvis tribute artist, Ryan Pelton, performing from 7:30 to 9 p.m. at the main stage pavilion.
On Tuesday, August 4th, the Milesburg Food Bank is open from 1 to 3 p.m. This food distribution is held the first Tuesday of each month at the Milesburg Presbyterian Church. Friendship Community Library in Beech Creek will be open from 3 to 7 p.m. Call 570-962-2048 for information. And the lineup for the Clinton County Fair is free admission and parking for those 62 and older. Senior Bingo will be held at 11 a.m. and Sizzling Seniors Talent Show will be held at 3 p.m. Charles Lee concert will be held at 2 p.m. I hear there's a really cool accordion player at the Sizzling Seniors Talent Show, so you might want to, it's my dad. You might want to check
Oh my
it out.
God, Wayne. Oh my God, we may have to, okay, we gotta close the office. We gotta go. We gotta all go. Sorry guys, we're closing at 3 p.m. before 3 p.m. We have
If
to
you
get
don't
to the
know,
fair.
my dad plays the accordion, and it's very cool.
It's very cool. So yeah, the office will be closed before 3 p.m. that day because
But this is like seniors.
we have to go see the Sizzling Seniors and cheer on Wayne. Anywho, so on Wednesday, August 5th, the Prayer Shawl Ministry meeting will be held at noon at Mill Hall Presbyterian Church. Call Pastor Susan at 570-726-4112 for more details. A blood drive will be held from 12:30 to 6 p.m. at the Howard Fire Hall. And the lineup for the Clinton County Fair, it's Kitty's Day, includes kids' activities from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., rides opening at 1 p.m., and you can get special ride coupons at the fair office before buying a wristband that day.
On Thursday, August 6th, Friendship Community Library in Beech Creek is open from 3 to 7. Call 570-962-2048 for information. Milesburg Lions Bingo is every Thursday night at the Milesburg Community Center, and the doors open at 5 p.m. Bingo starts at 6:45 p.m. Clinton County Fair schedule lineup for Thursday. We're on Thursday. Includes Bull Ride Mania, nightly drawing at 9:30 p.m. at the auxiliary stage, and Kids Pedal Tractor Pull is at 7 p.m. The rides begin at 5 p.m.
On Friday, August 7th, the it's just JT Veneto will be performing Friday, August 7th from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. at the Arts and Crafts Fair in Bellefonte. Old School Market, the former Rote Elementary at East End Mountain Road in Mill Hall, is open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Friday. Lemont Village Green Concert will be from 7:30 to 9 p.m. featuring Porch Party. You can check out their website, www.lemontvillage.org, and check this after 5 p.m. for weather condition updates. And the Clinton County Fair's lineup includes Veterans Day at the fair. Veterans receive free admission and free parking. Today's lineup also includes, you know what I mean when I say today's. Friday's lineup includes the Giant Ice Cream Sundae, nightly drawing at 9:30 at the auxiliary stage, pie eating contest, and a hot dog eating contest. Races will also be held at the Clinton County Speedway, and the rides each evening of the fair will be opening at 5 p.m. as a note. Since we already said it once, we'll say it again anyway.
Yeah. That is our list of events for this week. So that's a wrap on the Express Compress. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us. As always, we can't wait to do it again next week. And guess what? I won't be here.
Yeah, it'll be me. Don't worry though, Michaela will be joining me.
And I know we know you're so ready for the
We know
sarcasm
you're
that is
ready.
just gonna leak out of that.
We're gonna
podcast.
bully Megan so hard when she's
it's gonna
away.
Be fantastic.
It's gonna be awesome for her to watch back. Until then, until the bullying, feel free to pick up a copy of The Express. Check us out online at lockhaven.com and follow our social medias.
You can find us under the Lockhaven Express on Facebook, The Express PA on Instagram, and follow our YouTube and TikTok accounts, both named The Express Compressed.
Until next time, with just me, because Megan will be abandoning me. Until next time, I'm Laura.
And I'm Megan.
XOXO, The Express.